Welcome back. In our last study, Jesus described our relationship with Him as a branch connected to a vine, a picture of total dependence. He now explores the astonishingly intimate relationship that results from that connection. He moves us from the concept of dependence to the dynamics of friendship, answering one of humanity's deepest longings to have a real personal relationship with God. Jesus begins by linking our obedience to abiding in His love, using His own relationship with the Father as the model. He then says, "These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full." The first dynamic of this friendship is a shared, complete joy that comes from walking in loving obedience. He then gives the central command that governs this friendship. "This is my commandment, that you love one another as I have loved you." He immediately defines the ultimate expression of that love. Greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. The friendship he calls us to is marked by his own standard of sacrificial love. This leads to the pinnacle of the passage. He says, "You are my friends if you do what I command you." Then he explains the monumental shift this represents. John 15, verse 15. "No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you." In that culture, a disciple would never presume to call his master a friend. He was a servant. A servant obeys commands without knowing the larger purpose. But Jesus says that he has shared everything with them. He has revealed the Father's heart and plan, inviting them into a relationship of intimate knowledge, shared purpose, and deep trust. That is the essence of friendship with God. Finally, Jesus reminds them that this friendship is a relationship that He initiated. "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit, and that your fruit should abide." He chose us not when we were worthy, but while we were weak and sinners. And He chose us for a purpose, to bear lasting, eternal fruit, which is the natural outcome of this abiding friendship with Him. This passage completely reframes what it means to follow Jesus. While we are called to obedience, it's not the obedience of a slave to a distant master. It's the loving, joyful obedience that flows from an intimate friendship. Jesus invites us to know His heart, to share His joy, and to partner with Him in His fruitful work. This is deeply relevant for us, as we can often fall into a pattern of seeing Christianity as a set of rules to follow, rather than a relationship to enjoy. Do you tend to see your relationship with God more like that of a servant following rules, or as a friend who knows His heart? What might change in your daily life if you truly began to live in the reality that the Creator of the universe calls you His friend?